plant-based diets seem to be all the rave right now. But what exactly is this type of diet all about? From what we know, a plant-based diet is a diet consisting mostly or entirely of plant-based foods. Now, plant-based diets encompass a wide range of dietary patterns that contain low amounts of animal products and high amounts of plant products. But to paint a better picture and educate us further, we are now joined by dietitian based at the coast, Jasmyn English from the RJEnglish Dieticians Namibia. A very good evening, Jasmyn, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to share on this topic because I'm a plant-based person myself. So.
Well, Jasmyn, what exactly is a plant-based diet? Let's start there.
Okay, so I like to quote the famous Michael Pollan when he says, it's eat food, not too much, mostly plants. So that is just the gist of what a plant-based diet is. So it's not necessarily restricting or cutting out foods, but it's just stepping into what you're eating and just being more aware of how much am I eating from the earth compared to processed, refined foods.
Is it the same as going vegan?
So vegan and vegetarianism falls under the branch, but it's not necessarily vegan diet or vegetarian diet. So it's kind of like what you mentioned, increasing plant-based foods, natural foods, whole foods, and decreasing refined foods, processed foods, and animal products as much as you can, but based off of your lifestyle and what you're able to afford.
Now, how do I know that a plant-based diet is for me?
So the main way you can tell if it's for you is by looking at your lifestyle. How can you incorporate more whole foods into your lifestyle and decrease animal products while still meeting your requirements, getting in your proteins, your carbohydrates, your fats, and still living a healthy diet?
So talk to us then about the health benefits of going plant-based.
So there are various health benefits. A lot of it was studies done on current plant-based diets that we find in vegetarian diets, vegan diets, Mediterranean diets, etc. So the main benefits is things like lowering cholesterol, decreasing your risk for heart disease, decreasing your risk for diabetes, obesity, decreasing hypertension, also aiding in weight loss, if that's something that you are interested in. But the main benefit from this diet is decreased inflammation. So because it's so rich in antioxidants and healthy fats, you are able to decrease your inflammation much easier. And then a lot of other people have experienced increased energy. Others find it more cheaper, it's more sustainable for them to afford. And then the time effectiveness of cooking lentils or chickpeas over cooking meat, for example. So it's also time effective in that way.
So what are the types of food that one would eat on such a diet?
So it really depends on, like I said earlier, what is your goals? What is it that you are able to incorporate in your lifestyle? So just taking caution of the main food groups like protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Your proteins would come from either plant sources or a mixture of plant and animal sources like chickpeas, lentils, a plant-based milk, or you can also have then fish or chicken in moderation, and then or even eggs. carbohydrate foods would then be your rice, more unrefined types of grains and starches, oats, and then healthy fats would be avocados, nuts, seeds, plant-based oils, just to increase that unrefined aspect of it.
Well, thank you so much,
so-
Jasmyn, for speaking to us this evening.
Yes, so if I can maybe make an example of two different approaches. So one would be someone eating fish with steamed vegetables and boiled baby potatoes. The other person would have chickpea stir fry on a bed of rice with some seeds in. But both are plant-based, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So yeah, that is basically the gist of it. It's eat food, not too much, mostly plants.
Well, we've certainly learned a lot about this plant-based diet. Thank you so much, Jasmyn.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Well, that was Jasmyn English from the RJEnglish Dieticians Namibia talking to us about the plant-based diet.